We start with breaking news of a suspect arrest following a shooting on the Florida State University campus. At least 6 people have been hurt, including one that's in critical condition. But authorities are still working to confirm a number. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sam Shocker. Ambulances, fire trucks, and police officers from multiple agencies raced toward the campus about noon today after the university issued an active shooter alert. The shooting was reported near the student union. Hundreds of students were seen running away from that area, while others say they were hiding inside the building. NBC News will have the latest details coming up at 1 o'clock on NBC News Daily. There's extra security at a middle school in Aurora today after a student was stabbed on campus yesterday. Police say it happened during a fight on the athletic field at Aurora Science and Tech Middle School. The student who was stabbed has serious injuries and is now in the hospital, but we have not gotten any update on their condition. Police say they're investigating what led up to that fight, and school leaders say they believe reopening today helps students and staff maintain a sense of stability. Well, switching gears here, the countdown to our latest big weather change is on. We know that change should come late this afternoon or early evening. Right now, it looks great outside, but we are under a red flag warning. And joining me now is Keely Chalmers with our 9 News Weather Impact Team. Keely, what else can you tell you? And that backyard looks like a very welcome sight.
It's gorgeous out here. I tell you what, it feels fantastic. We've got sunshine, temperatures climbing into the low 70s. Those winds have just in the last, I'd say 10 minutes or so, started to pick up. So the winds, they will certainly be an issue. But it is gorgeous. If you get a chance, just step outside. Let's take you up to the mountains right now for a live look at our Eisenhower Johnson Tunnel camera, and you can see gorgeous blue skies. We've got blue skies, just a few clouds to talk about at this noon hour. We're at 73 degrees right now. It feels fantastic. We are already above my forecast high of 72, so we'll likely get up about 73, 74 degrees. We've already started to see those winds pick up, so we will be cooling off a bit, and we do have a little bit of change in our forecast. How about a pretty big change starting tonight? We have rain moving in, and then we have that transition to snow after 10 o'clock tonight. That rain really doesn't start to move in till about 9 at 10 o'clock tonight. Right now, we're just tracking some rain and snow showers up across the northwest corner of the state. That system will gradually rotate its way into our area. We're expecting a sharp cold front arriving between about 4 and 8 o'clock tonight. Snow all day tomorrow. We're talking about light to moderate snow, and that does include the metro area west up into the high country. 4 to 10 inches likely in the foothills. We're talking about a couple to 5 inches here at the lower elevations as well. So again, winter driving conditions for tomorrow. We'll talk more about that, as well as that high fire danger for this afternoon, coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you. Well, we are approaching the height of wildfire risk in Colorado, but the DOJ cuts are affecting the nonprofit AmeriCorps, which helps train wildland firefighters. This is an email a National Civilian Community Corps member got from AmeriCorps. It says, in accordance with an executive order signed by President Trump, service is getting cut early. Kent Maxwell is the fire and forestry coordinator for a nonprofit associated with AmeriCorps called Colorado Fire Camp. He says they developed the next generation of wildland firefighters while also doing fire mitigation work and getting training in using a chainsaw, CPR, and first aid. According to the AmeriCorps email, members will be let go from their programs officially at the end of the month. Well, new numbers show car dealerships across Colorado are seeing a jump in car sales, and new vehicle registrations are also up more than 10%. It's part of the rush to buy new cars before dealerships get new inventory that will be affected by President Trump's car tariffs. Our partners at the Denver Gazette spoke with Colorado Automobile Dealers Association CEO Matthew Groves, who expected the auto market to tank after tariffs were announced, but the opposite has happened. Groves said some dealerships saw business spike by 150%. The Air Force and Army libraries will now have to remove all books related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. That is according to Trump administration memos obtained by the Associated Press. It's not happening just yet, but the memos suggest it could happen after a review process. Just 2 weeks ago, the U.S. Naval Academy removed nearly 400 books from its library after an order came from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's office to get rid of those that promote DEI. Even books on the Holocaust, the history of feminism, and civil rights were pulled. A federal judge is unfreezing $20 billion in clean energy funding today. It comes a day after the judge ruled against the Trump administration in a case that claimed fraud in a Biden-era clean energy program. This funding was aimed at several projects like new solar energy arrays and efficiency upgrades for small businesses. The Trump administration says it will appeal. Today, jurors heard from a man whose car was hit by a statue as he drove along an Arvada road weeks before a similar incident left a woman dead. It came on the fourth day of testimony in Joseph Koenig's murder trial. Alexa Bartell died on April 19, 2023, when a landscaping rock tore through her windshield and hit her in the head as she drove along Indiana Street. In a similar instance weeks before, Christopher Bryan told the jury today a large Greek statue crashed into his car as another vehicle passed him going in the opposite direction. He said he took his wife and daughter home after the incident and returned to the scene to try to gather more information.
I didn't know really what had, didn't know what happened. Just knew something happened to the car. And so anyways, I went back out looking for it. And I was probably back to that accident scene, I'm going to guess 15, 20 minutes at the most. Went back up and picked up the car parts and went back up and looked for that statue head, which was gone, which really stuck out in my mind.
Prosecutors late this morning disclosed that they expect Zachary Kwok to testify. He's one of those that were involved in the rock attacks, and Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates is in court and will bring us the latest on Kwok's testimony later this afternoon. Our 9 News Investigates team has confirmed 2 Colorado Department of Corrections employees face criminal charges, but not much else is known. Nathan Oldorf and John Kriberari both work in the parole division and are charged with forgery and official misconduct. Documents showed they were placed on leave January 31st. Court records show Oldorf submitted documents for a training that Kriberari did not complete. Not only that, an affidavit obtained by 9 News Investigates shows the training class never even happened. We are looking into those new documents and will continue our coverage later today on 9 News.